Amy.
I don't know. Anyway, okay, so I'll call for the question. All in favor?
Aye.
Carried. Okay, RCMP report. We have the young gentleman in the room tonight. So, sir, the floor is yours. Carry on.
Thank you. Can you guys hear me okay?
You betcha.
Okay. I sent the report last week for December. It was actually a fairly quiet month. I think the cold weather had something to do with that. Relatively quiet over Christmas. Our numbers compared to last year, both annually and for the month of December, were down, which is good. Still have a constable, corporal, and staff sergeant position vacant. And we still have a member transferring to Russell. The cadet's still on their way here. We had a lot of interest with our guard application initiative, and we've got a number of people that have come forward, and they're in the process of getting their security clearances done to the level required to be a guard. So there's I think half a dozen completed now. So the next step is making sure they're trained and ready to go for guarding. And we haven't seen any light at the end of the tunnel yet for Brandon Correctional being reopened. It's gotten a little bit better, but we're still having to be primarily responsible for transporting prisoners that are held on remand. Today we had the convoy go through, and we ended up just blocking off the lights, thanks to the town for putting that on their website and Empire Advance. And it was pretty successful. They got through, there was no problems or issues, and they carried on their merry way to Ottawa. And that's about it. Nothing, no major incidents or anything like that. Open for questions if anyone has any.
Anybody have any questions? I've got one, Scott. How are we making out with the any updates on the cameras for the body cameras?
I haven't had any updates yet. Colby Argy is the guy that's doing it for West District. I'll make a note. I'll touch base with him tomorrow, and I'll get back to you guys if that's okay.
That sounds good.
If there's anything new.
Okay. I noticed in the report assaults in Sioux Valley. I believe it was 7. Is that, can you say, or is that alcohol related, or is that just a norm?
Are you looking at the page 1 there, Murray?
Yeah. Yeah. I haven't noticed them on the other ones, not that high, and I was just wondering if there's a reason or.
Yeah, generally speaking, like what I can do is if there's alcohol involved, there's a way to capture that in the scoring, but it doesn't reflect that in the mayor's report.
Okay.
By and large, I can say that in general, a lot of times when we have assaults in our area, whether it's Verdun, Sioux Valley, or Melita, most of the time, alcohol is a factor.
Okay. That's kind of what I thought, but I just wanted to clarify.
Yep.
Good. Okay, thank you. Anybody else have any questions for the sergeant? Hearing none, I'll get someone to make a motion. We accept his report as presented. Councillor Williams, Councillor Cowan, all in favor?
Aye.
Carried.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you, sir. Have a good evening.
You too.
Okay, let's move along to number 4, finance. If I'm going too fast, somebody say so. We'll do these both together. Is there, have a look at them and see if any of them affect you personally. I believe they're pretty standard. I see our snow removal is coming into effect, which is understandable. Okay, hearing nothing, I will ask for a motion that we pay our bills. Anybody want to make that? Councillor William, Councillor Cowan. Any discussion regarding the bills? Any questions? Councillor Cowan.
Just one question on the check number 2022-0118. Is that a specific like gas station, or is that all gas stations?
What was the number again? I'm sorry.
2022-0118. This fuel
The AMM Trading
trading
Company?
company.
Yeah, that's for our bulk fuel purchases.
Ah, okay, perfect.
Yeah,
Okay, any other questions? Okay, hearing none, I'll call for the question. All those in favor? Opposed? Carried. Great, thank you. Now we will move along to number 5 and 5.1. Rhonda, I'll turn this one over to you, please.
thank you. Yeah, this is the Town of Vernon zoning bylaw 2794 to amend the Town of Vernon zoning bylaw 2769. Thought it was, I didn't want to be too confident. I think this is probably the 4th or 5th time this has now come before council. As per direction at Planning and Finance a number of months ago. Our development officer, Mr. Nixon, is here tonight. He has made all of the changes that were requested at council last meeting, but he is here to respond to any questions this evening. Council did give this first and second reading 2 regular meetings ago, and at that time tabled it. It remained on the table for the last council meeting as well. So if council does wish to proceed tonight, we will first of all need a motion to remove that matter from the table and then proceed with the vote on the bylaw.
Can we get someone to make that motion? Councillor Williams, Councillor Cowan. Sorry, Tina, I saw your hand go up towards your hair. I thought you were voting, so. Okay, so we,
I was going to anyway.
okay, thanks. Okay, all in favor of removing this? Okay, opposed? Carried. Okay, Rhonda, we'll have a motion to remove that as what you directed.
Yeah, so now, as there already is a motion on the table, it can be open for discussion again. Questions?
Okay, anyone have questions regarding this bylaw that we've had changed now to what we all wanted? Councilor Penner.
So Corey, I have a question for you. I only got this, I read the existing bylaw and I'm referring to 25.1. 0.8. I'm just curious. There's a restriction there for a 7-foot wide garage door. Do you have any idea why we'd be limiting garage doors on accessory buildings to 7 feet?
We limit them. It's just if they don't have direct access to a public road. That way it's not really being used for vehicles. It's more for lawnmowers or off-road vehicles storage.
So when they refer to a public road, like a person's yard or driveway is considered access then?
Yeah, that'd be direct access. So if you have like my neighbor, for example, they have a garage, but it just opens into the yard. There's no driveway or nothing there. So that garage would fall under this 7-foot width rule. It's just for parking mowers and in storage and stuff.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? Anybody else have any questions related to this matter? Councilor Penner?
You know, I have one other comment on item number 4, where we're dealing with home businesses. And 43, let's see, section 2. Anyway, it's under 4.0 and then subsection 2. And we're referring to autos, trucks, boats, trailers, motorized vehicles, and then I'm just wondering, does that include motorcycles and snowmobiles as well? Because I see we've included motorcycles at the end of that clause and without snowmobiles, but you know, we sometimes see snowmobiles and motorcycles sitting around getting ripped apart on front yards, and I'm just wondering if we should add them in.
That's only for home-based business, though.
Yes.
It's just a comment or suggestion. I mean, if we don't want to do it now, that's fine, but
I don't think we can stop people working on their own vehicles anyways, though.
no, it's just that when you got 3 or 4 on a front yard in all states of disrepair. I don't know if they're their own or not.
We have had that happen occasionally in some different areas of town.
That wouldn't fall under this though, right, Corey, if they own them?
No, if they own them, that doesn't fall under. So we consider snowmobiles as an off-road vehicle, and they're covered under automotive recreational vehicle sales and automotive and equipment repair shops. And so because they're in the definitions of those two, if they wanted to do that at a home-based business, it wouldn't be allowed.
Okay,
Great, any
I'm
other
good with it.
questions? Anyone else have any questions? Okay, hearing none, I will call for a motion for third and final reading on this bylaw.
Actually,
Um,
excuse me, this will just be for first reading. I'm sorry, Murray. Sorry to interrupt, Murray. This is
Yeah, go
actually
ahead.
just for first reading. And then this bylaw will go to the province for review and we'll have
Okay, sorry.
as well. Yeah, sorry, I didn't explain myself before.
No, not a problem. I'm just trying to bypass the province, that's all. Okay, for first reading then, please. Councilor Cowan, Councilor Williams, any more discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for the question. All those in favor? Opposed? Carried. Thank you, Rhonda, for that clarification.
Yes, thank you. You're welcome.
Wouldn't mind if they're free.
Pardon me.
So I wouldn't mind if they're free.
And
Saves some
thank
time.
you, Corey, for coming out tonight to clarify the questions that we had too. That's
Yes,
great. Thank
No
you.
problem.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll move along to number 6, AMM issues, and Rhonda, would you take that one, please?
Okay, actually, we'll skip over AMM issues. I guess you guys didn't get the updated agenda. But it wouldn't have updated on your paper copy. Right? The
Okay.
next one is the emergency management information session.
Okay. Let's move to that one then.
Sure, thank you. There's a emergency management information session. One session was held today, and there's 2 more going to be held on Thursday, January 27th and Tuesday, February 1st, both from 10 to 12. They actually didn't take that long because there wasn't much for questions. I did listen in on the one today, and it really does give a great overview of where EMO is moving with that department, how the new regions are set up, what all they're now offering for assistance programs, catalogs, etc. So we brought this forward to see if anyone else from council is interested in sitting in on those sessions on either Thursday or next Tuesday.
I wouldn't mind doing the one on Thursday.
Thursday?
Rhonda, I'll do the one on, I guess it'd be Tuesday. I think I have a library meeting on Thursday, so.
So in order to receive indemnities, we would require a motion from council on this, to authorize attendance.
Okay, can I get someone to make that motion, please? Counselor Baker? Seconder? Counselor Cowan? Any question? All in favor? Carried. Thank you.
Marie, are you having a hard time with your screen?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. I just remember you had commented before you couldn't see people as well, so,
No, I can see everybody. Yeah, I got everybody here now.
okay, good, perfect.
Okay, so that's 10 o'clock on Thursday morning, correct?
Yeah, and Travis is 10 o'clock on
Tuesday.
Tuesday. So Jill will get you set up for those. Oh, Tina,
I don't know about it, which day. Is it okay if I does she have to let them know far ahead, do you think?
I don't think so.
no, I think she can register you at any time.
Okay, I don't know which day, but I would like to do it. So I will let Jill know.
Okay,
Good. Okay, thank you. All righty. And Jill, you can shoot me a text just to remind me, please.
Sure.
Okay, let's move along if there's nothing else on that one. To number 8, nuisance bird program. And I'll let you handle that one, Rhonda, please.
okay, for the past few years, we have had the nuisance bird program in town. And as part of the requirements under the program, council is required to appoint those and authorize those that are actually allowed to discharge firearms in the town to control the nuisance birds. And then we provide them with a letter and also advise the RCMP of who is on the list. So the resolution is before you, if you so desire to pass it.
Okay, anybody have anything, Councilor Baker?
No, sorry, I'll make the motion.
Okay, can I have a seconder, please? I'm going to elect Councilor Cowan. I can't see her again, but. Okay, Councilor Cowan is second. Any more discussion on this matter? Everybody understands what we're doing. And we have 4 people, I believe, now that go around and shoot birds. And we're basically doing the same thing again. Am I correct in saying that, Rhonda?
Yeah, that's absolutely correct.
Okay, so I'll call for the question. All in favor? Opposed? Carried. Great, thank you. Now, we have a letter of support request, and I'll let you handle that one, please, dear.
Okay, each year we do get a request from the Employment Skills Center, Burden Employment Skills Center, to provide them with a letter of request, or sorry, a letter of support for their operations for each year. And we have done that as well as provided them funding. At this point, the request is more to deal with just providing a letter of support for them so that they can send that in with their report to the province. So if council so desires, we can get that off to them.
Okay, so we'll make a motion to do that. Councilor Baker, you making the motion? Councilor Williams is seconded. Any more discussion, folks? Hearing none, I'll call for the question. All those in favor? Opposed? Carried. Great, thank you. Okay, number 10. Canceled business licenses. And there's not too many here, but I'll let you handle that one, Rhonda, please.
Yes, you will see before you a list of, I'm just having to turn mine here. 8 business licenses to cancel for various reasons. Mostly, I guess all of them are no longer in business or have not done business within the town of Burton for the last year or 2. So if council is all right with this, we'll ask for a resolution to cancel them.
Okay, so can I get a motion for that? Counselor Baker, seconder. Counselor Penner. Good man. Any more discussion? Carl, you understand what we're doing here?
Yep, I understand.
Attaboy. Okay, I'll call for the question. All in favor? Opposed? Carried. Thank you all. Okay, number 11. This is going to be a little longer one. We have ice cancellations. I think we chatted about this at Plan and Finance, I think, but not in depth. So Rhonda, I will hand this one to you.
Would you like me to turn it over to Counselor Baker, as this is from Community Services?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, good idea. Sorry about that, Whit.
That's okay. So basically several clients have had canceled ice bookings at Tundra and Oil Gas Place outside of our normal 14-day requirement due to COVID-19. So the town has received correspondence from 4 groups requesting council to consider forgiving the cost of these bookings. So we discussed, and I would make the motion that the committee recommends to council that the town of Virden forgive the ice time fees for those who canceled due to COVID concerns between the dates of January 4th and January 22nd, and further that a temporary cancellation policy for the 2021-2022 season with a 24-hour cancellation period be created to allow for cancellations due to COVID.
Great. Can I have a seconder for that, please? Councilor Penner. Okay, any discussion? Everybody understands what we're doing here? Now, the only question I would have on this is this just for the time period that they have sent the letters for, or would this be something if they again send letters in the future regarding time not used, would we have to readdress that as a separate thing versus this one?
So the forgiveness is only going to be from January 4th to January 22nd with these letters, but our temporary cancellation going forward just for this season is a 24-hour cancellation. So that won't catch everything, but that'll hopefully catch the majority if people have cases on their team or whatnot.
Okay. Should our manager at the Tundra Oil and Gas be notified of this procedure in case someone comes to him with it so he knows what they're talking about, kind of thing?
Yep, yeah, he said in the last community services meeting, and I'm sure Rhonda will be giving him a copy of this resolution.
Great. Okay, thank you. If there's no more questions, I'll call for the question. All those in favor? Opposed? Carried. Good. Thanks, Whitney. Okay, number 11.2, building subs. Okay, that big word, communities grant. And Rhonda, I'll let you handle that one, please.
I'll take that one too, if that's okay.
Yeah, well, that's yours too. Good girl.
Yep. So I'll make the recommendation to council that the town of Virden apply for the Building Sustainable Community Grant for the resurfacing of the tennis courts and repairs to the lawn bowling building in the amount of $70,000.
Can I have a seconder, please? Councilor Penner. Any more discussion? Any questions? Hearing none, I will call for the question. All those in favor? Anyone opposed? Tara, I can't see you. I'm assuming you're in favor.
Of course.
Not a girl. Thank you. Okay, carried then. Okay, and Whitney, do you have 113 as well?
Yep, and I'll have the next one after. So this one is, I will make the motion that the committee recommends to council that the town of Virden apply for the Building Sustainable Community Grant for the building of a washroom, change room facility at the recreation grounds at Tundra Oil and Gas Place up to the amount of $60,000.
And a seconder, please. Councilor Williams, any discussion, any questions regarding this? Everybody understands what's happening? Okay, hearing none, I'll call for the question. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Great. Thank you. Carry on, dear.
So attached is the draft of the programmer events manager position job description that we came up with at Community Services. So I would make the motion that the committee recommends to council that the town of Virden creates the position of programs and events manager, which was formerly the community events manager position, and the job description for this position as presented.
Seconder, please.
I will second.
Who was that? Sorry.
Tara,
I know, I'm just bugging you. Sorry, dear. Okay, any more discussion regarding this matter? Everybody's read that. Tara, do we have everything in there that we need to cover that position?
yeah, I think Rhonda and her team has done a very good job putting this together, so thank you.
Okay, good. Thanks, Rhonda.
Thank you.
I just want to make sure that we have everything there that's, or we don't have too much, that we just have what we need. Okay, I'll call for the question. All in favor? Opposed? Carried. Great. Thank you. Okay, committee reports. Now, I know with the cold weather and stuff, there's probably not going to be a lot, but anyway, Carl, let's start with you tonight.
Well, I never had any meetings this week.
Okay. Alrighty, good, thank you. And we'll move along. Tara?
Had a fire board meeting last night. Attended community services last week to discuss the programmer and events position. And then met with Rhonda, Drake, and Liza to discuss a wage scale for the position. That will be in camera. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that, but I didn't say anything I shouldn't.
Okay.
And I think that's it for me.
Okay, great. And Councillor Penner.
Well, Tara, you probably missed the 13 Ways meeting. So the community services and the 13 Ways meeting for me.
Great, thank you. And Councillor Gardner's not here tonight, so Councillor Baker.
I had Trans-Canada West Planning District last night, and we kind of did a review of 2021, and development was a bit down. And then I went to a webinar on the CAO salary matrix. I had 13 Ways. I had a meeting to discuss the Spray Park RFP with Ron, Drake, and Rhonda. And I wasn't at the last council because I was ill, so I had planning and finance and community services.
Great, thanks, Whitney. And Councillor Williams.
I have nothing new. I did community services. I went to the CAO online webinar as well, 13 Ways and Trans-Canada West Planning.
Great, thank you. And I think I've covered everybody. So Rhonda, would you like to take, please?
Sure, thank you. I attended the CAO's presentation of the CAO salary matrix. We've got the auditors already in, starting the 2021 audit. Of course, I attended the 13-way strat planning session the other night and just wanted to remind you all to prioritize your action items and be sure to send that back to Doug, please. Of course, we're right into our asset management training every second Friday still, and wondering if anyone wants to view the module. One of the first module would give you maybe a better understanding of what all it involves and how much it's going to entail for us.
Okay, good.
I would love to go if we're allowed.
Okay, because we have it recorded, so
Okay.
thought maybe we could plan a night and then that way we could talk about it afterwards a bit or whatever.
Okay, sounds good. Councillor Penner? Sorry, Rhonda.
Yeah, Rhonda, you know, you cut out there for just a second and I didn't get what it was you were describing. I wonder if you'd want to just repeat that for me, please.
Oh, I just said we're taking our asset management training every second Friday still. And the first module of it gives a pretty good overview about what asset management is about, what all it entails. And I just thought maybe it would give everybody a better understanding of what all asset management really is and what all information we can perhaps gather an inventory and talk about risk and just the whole program. Just so everyone really understands, it's just not a matter of counting what you have and giving it a value. There's a lot of work to it. So
And you say that you haven't recorded?
yeah, I have it recorded, so everyone else was just saying they thought it would be good to get together some evening, watch it, and then, you know, have questions and stuff.
Okay,
Great.
thank you.
Okay, carry on, dear.
Where am I? I too attended Trans-Canada West Planning District, and as Councillor Baker commented, permits were down quite a bit in 2021. So we certainly hope we will see an increase this year. Was in the meeting with Councillor Cowan doing the wage review for the new position, met with Councillor Baker, reviewing the requirements for the spray park. And we need to go back to Plan A, Councillor Baker, unfortunately, and actually send out a full proposal, full tender, because the reason is through Canoe, their tenders only involve the supply of equipment. It isn't included for the design and construction of. And when I first met with her, she didn't explain that part. So here we were all excited for nothing, but that's okay because Ron actually has gone through and has pretty much completed the draft tender. So I just need to take a review of it and I'll send it over to you if you want to take a quick review tomorrow sometime.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah, he actually, he found one from down in Ontario that was just recently done. So it's, and then he just converted all of the language to Manitoba language, you know, for workers' comp and everything. So I think it'll be close. Like I said, I haven't looked at it, so I will and get it over to you. And so then we should be able to have it out by the end of the week as we planned.
That would be perfect. Thank you.
You are welcome. And I guess just general, obviously the snow is keeping our public works department quite busy. COVID has been creating a lot of challenges in keeping both the arena and some challenges out of the landfill, keeping everything staffed and operational, but we're back to full staff at the moment, knock on wood. So hopefully we'll keep it that way, and we're still awaiting the rapid tests and masks that we've been told we were getting from the province and the federal government. So hopefully those do show up soon.
Good. Okay. Thank you. Those rapid tests, I made a phone call today to Mooseman, and you can get them there at the co-op free. So I thought, isn't this great? One province has them. We have them somewhere, but we're not sure where they are. So nice. Anyway, for myself, the 13 ways, as Travis mentioned, community services, fire board meeting Monday night, and finishing with our fire chief, and phone calls regarding the deer in town that some people are concerned about. And Councilor Williams and I chatted about that briefly before the meeting tonight. So that's what I've got to report. And the trucking thing that went through Verdon today, just so you all know, I was far, far away from it. So we have no worries about Murray being someplace that he shouldn't have been. But the other thing, I phoned and talked to Doyle and congratulated him on his position with the provincial government. And I'm hoping, as Rhonda and I've chatted, that with him being close to us, that the future for our streets and roads and bridges in this area will move ahead at a little expedited speed. So, okay, I'll get somebody to make a motion. Oh, sorry, Rhonda, go ahead.
I was just going to mention to Councillor Cowan, as chair of the fire board, you have the okay to make the announcement tonight if you wish to publicly announce. It's been already put out publicly, so.
Okay, so I didn't prepare anything for this, so it's off the cuff. So I would like to congratulate Colin, our new fire chief, for accepting the position with the Wallison District Fire Board. We expect to see him February 7th, so we're very excited. And we'd like to also thank Brad for all the time and dedication he's put into our fire department and the service he's provided to the community. And would love to see him stay on as a firefighter because he's a great resource for our community. Hopefully that is good. So congratulations, Colin.
Good job, Tara. Good job. Okay, let's move ahead then, and we'll get a motion to go into in camera. Can I get that, please? Councillor Baker and Councillor Cowan, my two reliable ladies. Okay, back into our general meeting. And did we hit record?
Yeah.
Good. Okay, we have one resolution, possibly two. Councillor Baker, you had one you want to put forward?
Yes, I will make the motion that we accept the wage salary scale for the programs and events manager, the new position we created tonight, to be $41,600 to $48,000 on a 40-hour work week.
Can I have a seconder, please? Councillor Cowan. Any more discussion regarding this matter? Hearing none, I'll call for the question. All in favor? Opposed? Carried. Thank you. And I believe we had one more recommendation. Rhonda, was there another one?
Yes, it's under, it's land, it'll be on your AllNet if one
I
of
don't
the.
have that with, yeah.
Okay.
I can make it for you if you want, Murray.
Okay, go ahead.
I'll make the recommendation that the town of Virden accept the offer from Virden Auto Body to purchase the 150 feet of Lot 4, Block B, Plan 210, excluding all mines and minerals as set forth in transfer, all of that information, in the amount of $80,000 as per the conditions set out in the offer to purchase dated December 10th, 2021.
Very good, thank you. Seconder, please. Councillor Williams. Any discussion and or questions regarding this matter? Hearing none, I will call for the question. All those in favor? I can't see Carl.
He's a yes.
Okay, great. Opposed? Carried. Great. Thank you all. Okay, anything else? You got all that, Jill?
For me, do you have library? Did you say something?
Oh, yes, library. Sorry, maybe we'll adjourn and then I have a question for Councillor Penner.
Okay, if there's nothing else, can I get somebody to adjourn then, please? Councillor Cowan, Councillor Williams, all in favor? Carried. Great. And I'd like to speak to Rhonda and Tara for a minute too, please.